We got Freedom Caucus member Congressman Ken Buck with us right now. He supported the GOP health care bill, but again, unlike many of his colleagues that are now being targeted by the president. What do you think of that, Congressman, that the president has cited the Freedom Caucus as a problem?
I don't think it's helpful. I don't think the tweet was helpful. I don't think that targeting an entire group of people is helpful. I think that there are a number of us that were with the president. There were a number of moderates that were opposed to this health care plan, and I think we've got to work through it. And the best thing the president can do is support both sides.
Or not say anything, right?
That's sometimes difficult when you're the president. People expect you to
comment
respond.
On everything. No, you're right. You're right. How do your colleagues feel about that? I know I'm talking to you right now, sir, but many people who worked on this say it gave them 80–90% of what they wanted anywhere. It was going to halt and reverse Medicaid and the growth of it. It was going to kill a lot of the taxes associated with Obamacare. It was going to kill the individual employer mandates, a lot of the stuff they wanted, and they still voted against it. And a lot of folks in the White House are saying why. Paul Ryan saying why.
Yeah, I can't answer that because I voted or would have voted for it.
Right.
I think my feeling was that this was the first step. We had administrative action that was going to be taken by Tom Price, Secretary of Health and Human Services. We had bills that could come down the pike and try to get some Democrat support in the Senate for those bills. So I thought it was a good idea. Some people didn't think it went far enough, and that's just something where I think we've got to trust this president. We've got to trust the Speaker. We've got to trust everything this president has done so far, at least most of the things this president has done. He's given us a very conservative Supreme Court nominee. He's given us a very conservative cabinet. I think we've got to work with him, and if there are issues down the road where we're spending too much money or we're doing some things that violate our values, then we take exception. But I think this is one of those where we could have helped him. We could have started the momentum for this administration, and I hope we do that next week or when we come back from the April break.
Are you worried with time tight, I guess 8 days or so, just between now and the end of April to work on a lot of stuff, that revisiting health care, then trying to get the health care, the tax thing going, that you're not going to be able to do it?
Well, I hope we can. The first step has to be health care. Some of the savings from health care are going to be used for the tax plan. We've got to get this health care plan done. I think the tax plan is less controversial than the health care.
Why do you need a health care? I know what you're saying in the math, and that helps you grease the skids for the tax thing. But if you can't come to an agreement on that, why keep banging your head against the wall?
Well, I don't think anybody has given up at this point. Okay. I know there were negotiations last night, and I think those negotiations will bear fruit in the near future. One of the things one of the legislative strategies that I think needs to be employed is to not just look at this bill and make it perfect from both sides, but to try to look at other things and add other potential bills, a vote on a balanced budget amendment, a vote on some other legislation to the pot and sweeten the pot so that both sides can take credit and move forward.
All right, Congressman, thanks for taking the time. Good catching up with you.
Thank you.